You go, girl. Go, girl. Oh, are we done now? How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? If you decided to jump in now for your first episode of Quarter Up, a weekly news and views podcast on video games, you've come at a really weird time. My name is Adrock.
You came at a weird time in my life.
I'm going through some changes, some transitioning. I've just come out as bearded, and I have my awesome co-host with me every week, Indigo.
You know what really made me break is the fact that this morning I saw an ad for beard jewelry, and so when you just said you came out bearded, I just immediately went there. I know what I'm getting you for your birthday. Hi guys, how are you guys doing? I am Indigo. I hope you guys enjoy our show we've got ahead for you. Krug, how you doing?
Hi everybody, I'm Krug. I guess we're gonna start off with our week, so I'm gonna do that since you asked me how I was doing.
Yeah.
My week was pretty good. I made a rogue in WoW. I'm level 38 or something like that, and I have not boosted him yet.
Way further than both
yeah,
Adarek or myself thought you would make, by the way.
And and me. That's all three of us. That's an exciting fucking exercise in self-control for myself because I apparently can't not boost characters. I'm addicted to it. Hashtag Krug, stop spending so much money on World of Warcraft.
Is that all 130 characters?
I can't give you shit because I've boosted more characters, but I haven't told any of you guys how many I've boosted.
How many? Let's get that number out right now. Okay, can we play? Will you answer these questions truthfully?
Sure.
More than me.
I don't know how many you have.
So I boosted the priest twice and then the monk once. So that's 3.
Yes.
Wow. Is it more than double of me?
No.
Okay, good. All right. I'm okay with that much information if you don't want to go any further than that. Also, I will point out that I only paid for one of those boosts. Nana nana boo boo. Stick your heads in doo doo.
Oh, I didn't count. I didn't count the ones I didn't
for the
pay
game,
for. Hold
so
on.
You paid for it.
Hold on.
Wait, is that more than double of me?
Hold on. There's 2 I didn't pay for.
Okay.
This is
there's
disgusting.
the 90 boost and the 100 boost.
This is disgusting.
Right. There's
seriously
2.
Disgusting.
There's 2.
And then I boosted a Death Knight.
Okay. That's weird because they start out at level like 1,000,000, but okay.
And then I boosted a
Demon Hunter.
No, I didn't boost a Demon Hunter. I boosted a Druid.
Okay.
A Paladin.
Wow.
I think that's it. I think that's it. So 5.
I'm sorry, that's disgusting. The parias. Grind like normal people, you sons of bitches.
No,
grind is boring.
Dude, and especially old game content. Anyways, this isn't the fucking MMO show. God damn it.
Anyways, I did that. Also, this is less related to MMOs and more related to what Quarter Up is actually about talking about. I started playing Battlerite, and holy shit, that game is really fun. It's 2v2, 3v3.
Well, wait, we'll talk about it in just a little bit. Do we have it on the docket?
Fine, be that way.
We have it on the docket, right?
About it, then.
We'll talk a little more about it in a little bit.
Do we?
No.
I thought I put it right next to the Atlas Reactor.
We don't have
fine
it
then.
Here.
Okay, fine. For those of you that don't know, Battlerite was created by Stunlock.
He just wanted to talk about it. That's all it was.
Yep.
Sorry, Cream wants to talk about it. I'll give you some background before Cream goes off on it. Stunlock was, I think, in the Netherlands or Sweden or something like that. They created it. They had a game called Bloodline Champions. There was some legal issues with the IP of Bloodline Champions, so they said we'll just take what we can that we can legally use and just create a brand new fucking game out of it. It's called Battlerite. It's a 3v3 arena fighter. It's in early access right now for $20. I believe you're talking about going free to play at official launch, but Krug, how did you feel about it?
So Battlerite, 3v3, 2v2 arena fighty game. The characters are all super unique. You have so many abilities to work with in the game, like per character, that it like the depth with which you have to think about what you're going to do next is amazing. And then not only that, but it's super fast paced. So you're just like, okay, I'm going to do the, oh no, 40 things happened. I can't do that anymore. Like, it's literally one of the most fast paced games I've ever played. And while at the same time being really easy to like think about, like, it's not like fast paced in the sense that you have no idea what's going on because everything's happening so quickly. You can, for some reason, fuck if I know why, you can still kind of keep track of what's going on, but it's all happening just like bam, 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 stuff. Especially in 3v3s. Oh my god, it's just bananas. It's very, very fun. I still haven't found a character that I'm good with. Like the three of us were playing a couple rounds before we started this show, and I'm trying to get into the support role, and I tried 2 of them, and I didn't really find either of them to be that good for me. But I do like a lot of the deeps guys. I want to play support. I don't want to play DPS, but just the fact that there are characters that I like gives me hope that I will find a support that I like. And it's just really fun. And like, if you're gonna play it by yourself, I think you'll like it. I think you'll enjoy it. But seriously, playing with 2 other people and playing on TeamSpeak or voice communication method is infinitely better. Like, it makes that game so good when you can say like, don't go there, and then they don't. Like, it adds a whole fucking layer of enjoyability. Anyways, my week was that, and it's probably going to be my next week as well. What about you, Indigo? How was your week, buddy? Mwah, mwah.
My week was okay. I've been trying to get a couple more pieces of content up, so I've been editing stuff. We just released our first con video where we're interviewing some cosplayers. I also have a loot crate unboxing video that I'm also going to be sending out, where I got this awesome shirt with all the Vault Boys. Anyways, and yeah, that's pretty much it for my week. I think we should just go, because Adrian, or Adrock, did you do your week yet?
No, he didn't.
Honestly, I was sick for most of my week. I'm so excited I got back into Battle Right, and that's largely it. Like, I couldn't talk.
Awesome.
Like after the show, I was done.
Let's jump into TwitchCon. So, for those of you that don't know, TwitchCon's a thing that happened, and there's a lot of cool fucking information that's coming out of it, especially Twitch Prime. I think Twitch Prime's really cool, especially because I already have an Amazon Prime membership. Well, one of my friends already has an Amazon Prime membership, and he doesn't use Twitch, so I'm gonna on the DL connect my Twitch account to his Amazon account.
I also have a
Not
Prime
anymore
account,
now.
Thank you very much.
Huh?
Not anymore now. If he listens to this,
He said on the DL, and you said not anymore since he just let
he's
it.
not gonna watch this. He doesn't know anything about video games. He's a fucking redneck. He's.
Why
not
am I
gonna watch
paying
this
more
thing.
money for this? I don't get it.
No, it doesn't cost any more money. So let's get into what Twitch Prime is. So as a part of that Twitch Prime membership, which comes with Amazon Prime if you have it, you basically get Twitch Turbo, which for those of you that don't know, like disables ads and stuff like that.
It's meh.
Yeah. And then you obviously get the Amazon Prime membership, and then you get like what is essentially a digital loot crate. So every month, Amazon will give you free in-game items or something like that. They aren't physical items from what I understand. It's limited to digital items, but it's still pretty fucking cool. And
Up
you
to
get
and
to
including
enjoy
full-on games.
Yeah. One of the ones that they announced I think they announced the upcoming 2 months worth of rewards is a full-on game. So for let's see here, it's in this list somewhere. So for 9:30 to 11:06, there's Hearthstone. You get the newest hero in Hearthstone, which is Tyrande Whisperwind, who's a priest class option. There's also Streamline, which is a new indie game built from the ground up for broadcasters on Twitch to play with their viewers. So it's like one of those little party games that you see streamers play sometimes.
Yeah.
For a weekend and leave it alone forever.
Right. And then they have some TwitchCon specific rewards that aren't actually a part of the what did they call this? They just call it free game loot items for Twitch Prime. Like there's no actual name for the service, but
yeah, pretty much.
Thingy-mer-bobber.
Yeah. So
it's a thing
it's
that's
going to cost. Yeah, it's going to cost the same as Amazon Prime, so it's $11.90, or since it's a part of Amazon Prime, $11.99 per month. I'm sorry, $10.99 per month, or $99 per year. And honestly, if you use Amazon at all, Amazon Prime is totally worth it because of the shipping options that you get.
See, I didn't know that Amazon Prime had a monthly subscription fee, so I'm kind of more interested in getting it now because I was like $100 for a year is really actually cheap, but I didn't think about it and I didn't have much use for it. I still didn't even order a whole lot of Amazon Prime, so it's like I don't know. This might.
I don't think they have either they haven't for a while, or like they just introduced that monthly option, or I didn't know about it either because we do the $100 a month thing.
A year.
Sorry, per year, not $100 per month. That would be absolutely ridiculous and something that I would not want to pay for.
It's just essentially
per year.
Yeah.
Not
So
much gear.
essentially, it's like audiobooks, music, Amazon Prime 2-day shipping, stuff for Amazon Prime Video, as well as Amazon Fresh, and then now you just throw Twitch in there. It's Amazon Prime's becoming
Yeah.
a massive, massive
Yeah.
deal.
And for those of you that haven't noticed this, some channels are receiving, or I think it's every channel now, like an overhaul to the way that your channel looks. So it's a lot more like modern looking than it was, last week. They have like a bar at the top that like snaps to the top of your browser if you scroll past it, that shows like the name of the stream, and I mean you can like go to the videos or the followers or the following pages. I think it looks a lot nicer the way it looks now than it did a couple days ago. But that's just me.
It's the
That
continuous.
wasn't necessarily part of TwitchCon. That was just kind of like an interjection about Twitch.
It was more like, hey, TwitchCon's happening right now. Might as well update
Yeah.
Twitch to look a little cleaner because we're gonna do a few
Yup.
things with it. That's actually tied to this. Their keynote also had stuff like they have better integration with Curse, so you can sync up your Curse and Twitch accounts now since they bought Curse a while back, and you can even turn your Curse purple. Yay!
Ooh, Dark
uh,
Rider.
On top of this UI redesign, slight UI redesign and cleanup, they're also adding in more higher quality transcodes for people that are streaming or watching streams, which you can watch them now with like 30 frames a second or 60 frames a second and that kind of stuff like that. You even have an easier way to create, distribute, and watch highlights, which then dovetails into uploads. So uploads essentially is a way for you to no longer have this version of just, this is my 8-hour stream, guys. Watch the whole thing for the 30 minutes of really good content I want to promote. Now you can take your clips off of Twitch or upload them to Twitch, kind of like a YouTube video, and just put them right on your channel, which is essentially direct competition to YouTube. It's not the same as YouTube where you can just throw up, this is my thoughts on hairdressing supplies for 15 minutes that has 10 million views. This is more like, hey, you played Overwatch for 8 hours, you put together this 5-minute piece of your awesome plays from the course of 8 hours, you can put that up as a fully completed video onto Twitch. It won't expire. Just go for it.
Yeah, so it's essentially a way of like a better way of managing highlights. Instead of using this in Twitch editor that they've had fucking forever, you can like download it, put some production quality into it, upload it back to Twitch, and make that stuff work. Also, for those of you that I don't think we talked about this, and we should have, because we talked about it a bunch back when Twitch announced it. The HTML5 web player beta is out, which is awesome. Like, so much better than the Flash player that they were using previously. Like, in terms of the way, and I don't know if this is a symptom of the fact that they switched from Flash to HTML5, or maybe there was some other backend changes, but just me, because when I'm the one who runs the stream, like it streams from my location, so I can see what my screen is like sending to Twitch and then what Twitch is sending back to me. So like the colors look way closer to what I'm looking at, and like text looks way better. And the Flash player for me always used to stutter every once in a while, and it absolutely doesn't do that anymore. And I haven't made any changes between Flash and HTML5 to the way we send video to Twitch. So I think it's great. I like it. I haven't had any problems with it so far. It's good. 10 points for whatever the fuck they did, whether it was HTML5 or some other backend crap. Like, it's fucking great now.
All I thought was 10 points for Twitch.
No, that's not Harry Potter though. So
no.
Nope.
What about
that's not.
Gryffindor? No.
Okay, you can give 10 points to Gryffindor for Twitch. Sure, that's fine. Whatever. Does anybody else have anything to say about TwitchCon?
No,
not really. It's taking place in San Diego. There's a lot of people that are there, and I'm kind of jealous, but meh. I haven't really been following it. Yeah, BlizzCon's right next to my door.
And BlizzCon?
Yeah, no, BlizzCon is in October. So
for video content or just cons in general? Because there is the LA Comic Con.
Not cons in general. I'm talking about gaming.
Gaming, I think, is PAX. No, PAX's already happened, right?
PAX already happened.
I think that might be one of the bigger ones, yeah.
It's BlizzCon. It's BlizzCon next.
We'll stand by for BlizzCon then.
And then I think MAGFest is in January, so yeah, I think it is BlizzCon next.
So Atlas Reactor actually started its head start, and so we kind of wanted to take a little minute and talk about what our final thoughts were before the game actually comes to full release. So, Krug, why don't you start us off, since I've got a coughing fit?
That's fine. Thank you for muting yourself during that coughing fit, buddy. So Atlas Reactor, for those of you that don't know, is a turn-based, like top-down MOBA type game that Adrock has specifically been doing a lot of content on. And so he's probably going to go last because he's going to have the most to say about it.
Yeah.
But me, I've just been playing it kind of casually, and I think I haven't really noticed it getting better over the course of the beta personally, and this is coming from somebody who kind of comes in every once in a while, so there are like long gaps between times that I play it, so I feel like I would notice it improving. But that having been said, I don't really think it is missing very much. Like, I think the turn-based system is really good. I think the animations and like the quality of the models and stuff all really good. Uh, I I don't think that it's for everyone. Like, I think that you need a certain kind of mentality or a certain kind of disposition to play this kind of game. But I personally love it. I like you have this much time to pick what you're going to do, and then you're going to watch it unfold and like figure out whether the choices you made are good or bad. And that sounds to some people like it's really slow and like methodical, but it's not, because the turns are
Not even
timed.
close.
And I think they got the timing of the turns like just right, so that you have enough time to actually think and like coordinate with your team if you're talking to them. You absolutely don't have time to coordinate with your team if you're typing to them, but if you're talking to them, you do. But at the same time, it doesn't give you so much time that it doesn't feel urgent. Like, everything still feels like, okay, fuck, what am I doing? So I think they hit that right on the head. I can't really think of any like negative points to it. Like, yeah, maybe some of the balance is off. Some characters feel a little OP to me, but that's just, either I suck or, balance is a thing that games have to work on as they progress and grow and stuff like that. So I can't hold that against them too much. Overall, I'd say you should try it. If it sounds interesting at all to you, I think it'll surprise you with how good it is relative to your expectations. Indigo, what about you, buddy?
So I did see a couple changes throughout my time playing the beta, and but it wasn't visual. It was all numbers based. Some characters were really strong at the beginning, then their powers became more level with everyone else, which immediately made you feel like they were significantly weaker than everyone else. But that's not true. It was just balance. So I think most of that beta time, those changes was balancing characters around. You still find a lot of people playing the same characters over and over again, at least when I was playing it. But I think that mainly has to do with the fact that they're really fun to play, and like, at least for me, when I find a character that's really fun to play, like I just want to max out that character. Like, I won't experiment with other characters, because this is the character I want to level. This is the character that's really fun, and I don't think that's a part of the game. I think that purely has to do with the type of mind I have. I really enjoy the game. It's fun because if I got 10, 15 minutes to kill, and I don't want to hop into WoW, or I don't want to
Yeah,
it's perfect.
quick. It's something you can. It's not casual, but it's quick.
Yeah, it's quick. You're able to sit there. You're able to throw the game in. You're able to play for a little while and really enjoy it. Like, I love the art style in the game. I think the advertisement was a little off, but
it was so good though.
It was great. It just didn't describe what the game, like, I don't know.
Not at all. It didn't do that at all. Not even
but again,
close.
you know what my feelings are about hype trailers. I love them, and I'm happy they did one. So
I hate them, and I still like this hype trailer.
So
absolutely no gameplay whatsoever, and still was just like, oh my god, more. I wish this was a movie.
Yeah, like I said, so for me, it's a definite play. I mean, it's October 4th, I believe, or 5th.
Yes, that's their legit open for everybody if you buy it.
Yeah, I was just saying, how much does it cost?
I believe there's two options. So they will have a free to play option that'll have a rotating list of freelancers, and then you can buy it for as cheap as like $20-$25.
Yeah, so fuck it, just wait until the 4th, hop in and play it for free. I mean, there's literally, you've got nothing to lose other than digital space on your computer. So I think,
and time.
Yeah. Well, I mean, time, because you're gonna find yourself playing it way more than you think you're actually gonna play.
So it looks like the cheapest you can buy it for pre-purchase, which you can still do right now, is $19.99, so $20. And then you can buy fucking the freelancer edition, which is $60 and comes with skins and other crap, or the trust edition, which is $100 and comes with more crap. But I usually ignore those options and just take a look at like, how much do I have to pay to play? And that's right now $20. So and it does say, however, that that's limited time pricing, so it is going to go up. I don't see them pointing out how much it's going to cost after the price increase, but it will increase according to their website.
Yeah.
And Adrock. Sorry, Indigo, were you done?
Yeah, I'm done.
Indigo. I mean Adrock. God damn it.
So pricing is actually
What are
my
your thoughts,
biggest
buddy?
concern about this. So first off the bat, this is from Tryon. Now, Tryon lately has not had the greatest track record with games because they put out Arcade, and we all kind of watched what happened there. It looks like their team decided to take a different route with Atlas Reactor and went, look, we're not going into MMOs. We're not going to attempt to nickel and dime you. Everything's going to be free. Your progress will be free. The collectibles you get will be basically free. It's all about time investment. There is a convenience charge like Smite, where you just get access to everything instead of having to wait and unlock it through time and time spent. That also said, the biggest knock against it is probably one of my favorite parts at the moment, and that is its playable character pool. Normally, when you play a game like Smite or League or Dota or these kind of roster-based champion fighters, arenas, shooters, anything, they end up growing to like ridiculous heights, and all of a sudden, hard counters for things like there's hard to like keep track of, and no matter what, you may have 100 different characters, you end up having a pool of only 20 to 30 that are ultimately viable for whatever reason, because either their mechanics are super strong or they themselves have so many hard counters that they can counter. Dota doesn't really count because Dota's fucking broken on purpose. Like, they fully admit Dota's broken, so everything's possibly viable because everything's fucking broken. Whereas Atlas Reactor's pool is super small. I'm looking at it right now, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, like 25 freelancers. And they all tend to fall into one of three categories, and they're not super well defined. I mean, yeah, you have firepower, frontline support, but they don't always fit into that.
19.
Some of them are 19. Some of them are more utility-based DPSers, or the front line is a mix of melee and tanky characters, and people can get a little confused about that. So those are my bigger knocks about it, and I feel that's probably going to be a lot of people complaining about it. Their first thing, I gotta pay to get 19 characters. Fuck this noise. Blah blah blah. Honestly, if you're gonna pay $20 for 19 characters, competitive gets a lot more fun to play because you're sitting there going, yeah, it's easy enough. It's like a fighting game. The roster is just big enough where you can start to really feel familiar against all of your counters that your playstyle gets countered by, and learn how to get around that, and your team can get around that. So that's actually, I think, beneficial to Atlas Reactor. And its combat itself, its whole idea between prep, dash, blast, and then move, that's also really, really fun. You guys have already talked about the animations and everything else. There's optimization changes they've made. I've been playing for several months in the beta, and I've noticed it. There's quality of life stuff with like rezzing that they finally helped out with and like gave you obvious stuff. They've been listening to the community in an absurd amount. In the same way everyone was like, WildStar listens to everybody and Blizzard listens to nobody. Tryon's hit this interesting sweet spot where they're not constantly communicating, but they are actively taking the notes from their community when the community speaks, and stuff like I just said, the res timer. So like in Atlas Reactor before launch, essentially, when you died, you just got fucking thrown somewhere, and it doesn't matter if it was 2 squares away from your enemy, or typically you'd be shot halfway across the map and don't even know where it is. Now when you die, you're given a highlighted area of like, hey, these are areas that you could potentially spawn in, and then your next turn when you spawn, you can dash to this specific kind of area to help you close the gap in case everyone's too far away. So they've actually been paying attention to stuff like that, and it doesn't make the game easier. It actually, because you have to plan about a turn or two ahead, even when you die now, you have to go, okay, we move in here, we move in there, and we move in there, and I'm going to stop there because it's a game worth playing, because if not, I'll probably talk about it the whole hour.
Wow. That's pretty fucking thank God that's not happening status.
Yeah, right? Because I can nitpick this game, and I only do it to the things that I like.
Awesome.
I hate you, AT&T.
We're gonna move on.
I hate you, AT&T, so fucking much.
Do we want to talk about the argument between Paladins and Overwatch? That's the next thing on the docket.
So, have you guys heard about this?
Yeah, no. I have. So basically, a whole bunch of people are starting to see Paladins because now it's getting closer to its actual release date. So a bunch of people are seeing Paladin, and people have been playing Overwatch for a while. And so now everyone's screaming, oh, Paladin is just an Overwatch copy and paste. It's gonna be shit. Oh, they want to just be Overwatch. And then they came out and said, "Bitch, look at our timestamp of when we started designing this game, motherfucker." Boom. And they came
look,
out and
Reinhardt? No, actually, Fernando did this shit before Reinhardt.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, so they came out and proved that they've actually been designing and building this game before Overwatch.
Yeah.
So
Really,
that's
what
a
it
thing.
is, they just happen to hit the sweet spot. Like both the games, they've got a fairly like suave kind of dude in a metal suit of armor who shoots fire from a hammer or a lance and has a shield. It's really, if people are like, it's stealing, for some reason they just both hit that spot of like, that sounds like an awesome combination. Palette High Res created Fernando, and Overwatch has fucking Reinhardt. It's one of those things where you went, that's really coincidental. And normally I like to say coincidences are not coincidences, but you can't. I don't know. It's really weird. Like you have a Spanish fighter,
like,
bullfighter
there are
versus
a lot of other similarities. Like they have a character that came out after we stopped playing called Makoa, who's like a turtle dude, and he has like a very high cooldown, low ammo count primary attack, and his secondary attack throws a chain at an enemy and hooks them, and it's very, very roadhoggy.
It's really
I
weird.
don't, because this character came out after Overwatch. And I remember we played Paladins.
I think
after
during one of the
Overwatch
betas.
launched. So it does,
Yeah.
like, I can see why people are saying stuff like that, but at the same time, like, there are only so many mechanics you can put in a game.
And these are stereotype characters. You know what I mean? Like, these are very common, high damage, slow attacks. Okay. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, grabs someone and pulls them closer because all of their weapons are close range. All right, that makes sense.
Hey, that was Pudge.
You know what I mean? Like,
sure.
these are literally just stereotype characters that they have taken and copied and pasted over and over again.
If Overwatch had some like super giga unique mechanics, but they don't. Like a guy with a shield. Okay. Cool.
Well, and at that point, what's the other like MOBA game? That's kind of what? Not Smite. No. The one we played the alpha with Bazil with. Fuck.
Oh, Paragon.
Paragon. They have a robotic character that literally turns into a turret and shoots at people. Bastion. You know what I mean? Like these are.
There's a finite number of mechanics.
And just
you
wait.
should just be judging the games based on how well they implement those mechanics.
Hey, there's a bow character.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Just wait. You're though, because
what is the first fantasy game ever made? That game,
Dungeons and Dragons. But don't forget, this is going to happen again once. What's it called? The coincidence here is that Paladins has been in development as long as Overwatch, so it was really weird. Like Paladins was announced about the same time Overwatch was, and it was one of those things where it's like, what the fuck, really? It just kind of shows that those two are really, really like close cousins development wise. But Watch is going to happen because Lawbreakers is coming out soon. Quake Champions is coming out in the next few years. We're going to be back to this is a Dota clone. It's like, I don't know what to say, guys. You want to fucking shit on everything, so everything's a clone of everything. If we want to go that blanket route, in this specific case, it got kind of absurd. Where Hi-Res had to defend themselves and go, look, fucking here's the receipt.
Here's the receipt.
All right, I think we spent way more time than we should have even talked about that subject. So we're gonna move on. Apparently, Steve Aoki, DJ extraordinaire, owns Rogue, the eSports team.
Does he make them sit in cake?
No, but they throw cake at the end of each match.
I don't think that anybody would let them do that.
Oh.
I'd be kind of down, actually.
So it's an Overwatch and a CSGO team.
Yeah, that's their big thing. So,
yeah, go for it.
Oh no, I was gonna say like Steve Aoki. Basically, this is new-ish territory for him. But
no, you're not. You're definitely not gonna go over that. So Aoki has transmitted into streaming.
Did you hear that the same way I did? It was like,
yeah, I did.
It was like ascending. So Steve Aoki has transitioned into streaming games and music on various platforms, mostly Twitch, because he apparently was the one that kicked off their Twitch music section with a huge fucking concert. And apparently he's a playable character in Dragon Ball Z Xenoverse 2. Which is weird, right? Like, why is that a thing at all? Is he like a super like kawaii guy? I think Adrock's just texting people now, just on his phone chilling. Maybe you should turn that thing into a hotspot, buddy, and get better internet. Because apparently your actual internet sucks. So, and apparently that's not the only person who's been buying up esports teams. The 76ers CEO Scott O'Neil has acquired Dignitas, which is a huge team, and Apex. I've never heard of Apex, but
They're a
maybe
brand
they
new
just play
team. They're a
games.
brand new brand.
Oh, are
Apex
they?
is an up and
Yeah,
comer.
yeah. Dignitas is old. Dignitas has been around for a while. Like, I've heard Dignitas ever since I started watching Smite competitive.
They've been around since Counter-Strike. They've been around for a fucking long time.
Yeah, they're old hat. So there's no word on how much of them he acquired, like whether it's specific teams from each brand or the whole collective from each. But
rumor is it's like both whole organizations.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Although it's nice to see that, like,
they said like $15 million might have been used on it.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
that's insane.
Like the rumor is it's between 5 and 15 million to acquire both brands.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
It's nice to see that like somebody who owns sports teams is delving into the world of esports. That's kind of satisfying for me. Maybe they'll do like they should do like a crossover where like the 76ers go and play Dota, and then the
Dota players go play basketball.
Yeah, the Dignitas Dota teams go play. Is 76ers basketball? Is that real? Okay, then then they go play basketball.
So basically, I'm gonna hope my AT&T's internet fucking makes you help. Like I can do this time. So people asked about that. Are they gonna rebrand Dignitas and Apex? And he said no, they're gonna remain Dignitas and Apex, or at least Dignitas will remain Dignitas. But what we're gonna do is we actually are gonna do some cross branding, most likely between our organizations, which means you might see. Nope. Fuck!
Nope. Not working out. Anyways, so that being said,
this show's gonna suck asshole to edit. Like, oh my god.
Well, no, not audio. Audio should be fine for you because you've got Zencaster.
That is not always the case, sir. But...
well, anyways, I'm gonna move on. From esports. Sure. So I'm gonna do this part because Adrock can't talk. Fuck you! I called it.
Yeah. This is what Adrock would be saying if he had the ability to speak right now. I called it, bitch. Krug's a dumbass piece of shit that bought fucking No Man's Sky. What a plebby fucking idiot. So apparently, the UK Advertising Standards Authority is investigating Hello Games, who are the people that who developed No Man's Sky, for false advertising, which is great because honestly, like, if you played No Man's Sky and you watched some of their advertising, not the same thing, not the same game. So apparently this is due to an official complaint, or many official complaints filed with the ASA, which is that organization that we just discussed, the Advertising Standards Authority. That organization is a European organization, so that's kind of where this is all going down. And they're investigating specifically, disparities in UI design, flowing water and aiming systems, and like the scale of things. So they think that things were like scaled down after they recorded the advertisements and stuff like that, like the size of creatures and stuff like that. And they're trying to figure out whether or not they can take action against Hello Games. So the action they can take is basically they can say, okay, your advertising wasn't accurate. You have to remove your ads. But that's basically all they can do. They can't say like, oh, you have to pay all the players back. Merc. They can do stuff like that, I think, if Hello Games doesn't respond to their request to take down their advertisements. But I don't think they can do it if Hello Games is just like, okay, sure, throw away those advertisements. What do you guys think? Do you think the ads were off? Did you either of you ever actually play the game or watch anyone play the game or have any interest in the game outside of making fun of me for wasting my money on it?
I wanted to play it. I wanted to play it a lot. And then I was out for like a week or something like that, traveling, and you had bought it while I was out. And because you're like, oh, that's perfect timing because I'm going to want to play this solo player game while you're gone. And then I come back I think it was when I did my engagement party, and I came back and you were like, yep, no, that was fucking horrible. So you saved me from buying it.
You're welcome.
Like literally, it was perfect timing on how everything landed. I wanted to play it. It looked really interesting. I love the premise of it. But I think not having a timeline and having too many options is also kind of the problem with a lot of these games. So
well, and that's not what the people are angry about.
Oh,
that
no,
was,
no,
that
I
was
know.
explained. They said like, oh, the world is huge and blah blah blah.
Yeah, no, I understand
about,
that my complaint with the game and the complaint that people are having are completely different. And I know Adrock had no interest in buying the game. I know he thought it was going to be shit. He called it as he said, I fucking called it. So they could be doing so some of this did you go over all these new notes that he's added since he can't talk?
He added, oh wow.
Could be as little as changing your shit on your advertisement, or could be as bad as someone going to lose some money. Sony threw Hello Games under the bus recently, saying that they're just an indie game, no real PR team to help them or take care of this. Interesting enough, it was Sony that bankrolled a lot of No Man's Sky and helped sent them on TV interviews and PR their game, and was trying to push No Man's Sky as a premier Sony title. And I quote, "So go fuck you, Sony." Oh no, sorry. So fuck you, Sony is what he said, not go fuck you. I want to say the first time I heard about this game is from a friend of mine, RL Spice, who's been on the show. A long time ago. He was super excited about it, and he was like, oh, it's a game where it's space, and the game's so big that even the game creator will only like ever be able to see like 10% of the game because of the algorithm that they set. And I got excited for that premise, and then I think I didn't hear anything about it until he was on Stephen Colbert, Late Night with Stephen Colbert, and
not
when
RL Spice, he's talking about not Stephen Molyneux, whoever the head developer is of Hello Games.
Oh, on who was on the show? Yeah. No, RL Spice is
not on.
No. He told me about the game a while back, and then when the lead creator was on Colbert talking about his game, that's the second time I heard about it, and it looked really cool. Like I thought it was really unrealistic, like how not unrealistic, like. I didn't like. I liked it, but at that point, I was kind of at a tipping point because it's like that looks really pretty. It looks really interesting, but that seems dumb. Oh, I'm naming that. I'm naming that. I'm naming that. Cool. Next planet. I'm gonna name that. I'm gonna name that, and I'm gonna name that. Like I don't know. I was kind of wary at that point, but I never. You helped me make my decision, Krug.
So I just found this on their website, a development update that came out on September 2nd that I didn't see. And it's basically talking about what they're doing. And it's really kind of like nothing. It says, here's what we've been busy with in the weeks since release. A community support management team has been brought on board. Support issues raised are being categorized by that team. We've released a bunch of patches for PC and PS4, which if you didn't look at those patch notes, they're really nothing to do with like the complaints people had. And we've written up patch notes for all these patches. You can find them here. Like, it's not really much. They didn't acknowledge, like, oh, yeah, we told you we were going to give you a game with this experience, but we gave you a game with a completely different experience. La da 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 da. They didn't say any of that. They didn't admit to anything that people were actually complaining about, which is a little disappointing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm not super down with this company anymore. Like, ever.
All right, so that being said, No Man's Sky may have turned you away from this genre, this pseudo survival space genre, but as Cav, our good friend Samurai Cav, sent me this morning, there might be hope just yet.
Oh, please let this game be good, dude.
Yeah, it looks really good. So it's called Osiris. And you crash land on a planet, and you have to mine the local area to build buildings and survive. But then there's also aliens there, and you have to kill aliens, and then you can actually group up with other people. looks really, really cool. And here's the kicker of it is it's actually designed by a company that QueueTimes actually interviewed about a year ago. We actually were at Long Beach Comic Con and we bumped into a gaming studio called Phoenix Fire and got an interview with them, talked about their games that they had at the time, which Source was their big game that they were pushing. They're also pushing a mobile game where that they had. Didn't talk about this one at all. So
Nope. They did say that they had stuff that was
that they
coming
had
soon, but they didn't say anything about it.
And we saw this when Cav sent it to us. I was ecstatic. I already bought it. I already bought the game. I haven't played it yet, but I'm looking forward to playing it. It's in early access, like all other survival games. So I don't know. I prepared to see a review soon. Is really where I'm at that, because this game looks. I believe Krug said it best. This looks like the game that No Man's Sky was selling.
Yeah, it does. It really, like, the first thing you see if you open the Steam page is a world that looks like a No Man's Sky world. The player gets on a vehicle and the vehicle looks like it responds really well. It's like on the surface of the planet and like moving along at a it looks satisfying. The vehicles look satisfying. You can see them board a spaceship and like fly away from the planet like in No Man's Sky and breach the atmosphere and be in space, which is really like the cool part about No Man's Sky, is that there's a continuous gameplay mechanic that takes you from the surface of the world to outer space, like being able to seamlessly navigate between those two places. You can see them fighting things. In No Man's Sky, you can fight stuff, but they're just little shitty little robots, and they're the same on every planet, and it's just the most asininely boring thing ever. You can see them like floating around a space station, not in a ship, just in a space suit, which also looks super fucking cool. And you can see them like actually do things, as opposed to No Man's Sky, which was just, we're going to show you what our environments look like, and that's going to be our advertising material.
And here's the kicker:
multiplayer. Yep.
Yep.
Actually multiplayer. You can see one person driving a vehicle while another person's mining a node or entering a building or something like that, and you can actually build things. So it's a survival game in the sense that you have to build an outpost for yourself. It's not like No Man's Sky where you're just traveling from outpost to outpost with the same fucking copy pasted NPCs everywhere. Actually, I haven't seen a single NPC in the trailer yet, but I don't know if that's going to be a thing. Probably not, because survival games rarely have NPCs. But yeah, if the things that I'm missing from this trailer that will make me say like this is going to be a good game definitively are, I can only see one enemy type. It's a giant spider thing.
Oh no, there's a giant worm like from Doom like monster later on in the trailer. Yeah, there's a couple different monster types.
Well, hopefully there's a diverse cast of enemies, because that would be good. And I'm not sure what the like multiplayer structure is like. I don't know if it's like server based, so like I can have a server with just the people that I'm playing with, or if it's open world, which is what I would prefer, because games like this with like vast expanses of places to explore, I think are much better when you have people that you don't know there, kind of like an MMO sort of situation.
You just got to remember it is a survival game, so there is troller
Oh,
sins.
sure. But you just shoot those people in the face or dump lava buckets on them, a la Minecraft. That's what you do in Minecraft to kill people. You just
anyways,
hit them with some lava, does a bunch of damage.
Hopefully this game is going to be really good. Like I said, prepare to see a review coming out soon. We're going to move on to the next piece, which is, we talked about this a little while ago, the NES Classic is being released on November 11th at $60. I'm not excited about this. I mean, it is a little mini NES with the old NES controller, but the problem is that it's only got a set number of games, and they're not planning on making the games upgrade or the console upgradable to have additional games. So when you buy this little mini console, those are the games you get, and you will never get anything past that. But there are a ton of people really, really, really excited about this. And the thing that I believe Adderrock is complaining about is the fact that while people buy them and oversell, they're going to turn around and just jack up the price on eBay because correct me if I'm
Yep.
wrong. It's only a short time sale. It's not like they're gonna manufacture these from now on.
Well, also they are attempting to sell this thing about a week or two before Black Friday. So
Ah,
go fuck yourself, anybody who's gonna be trying to scalp this thing on eBay. And honestly, good luck to you if you want it. I really want this thing, but
it
be
looks
prepared.
cool, but
Yeah,
it's
it
only
does look really
30
cool.
games.
Yeah, and yeah, like I said, it'll only be 30 games from here on out. It looks like the same kind of stuff they sold at like Walmart and Kohl's that had all these extra games from the Atari for like $10 you plugged into your TV. It's not a complaint. It's just it reminds me of that. The only thing that sucks is that it's coming out about a week or two before
Yeah, you can
Thanksgiving,
get it from.
and it's gonna go for like 8 times that on eBay afterwards.
And it's going to be on Amazon, Best Buy, and Target is where you can purchase them.
Yeah, I'm not interested.
well,
I'm not a nostalgic gamer. I don't care about what happened before.
I will play these, and this is probably what's going to get me in trouble. But there are so many emulators or ROMs out there that I can play, and I only am going to download or purchase those individual ones when I want them. I don't get a pack of 60, and then I will never ever get any more. I don't know. It's limited, but there's going to be those people that want to, play with their kids, the old Mario Brothers. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. We're going to see what happens.
Oh, it's technically $70 because you pay $60 for the console and a controller. But if you want a second controller, and if you're buying this, why would you not want a second controller? You have to pay 10 extra bucks. So, I'd say that's too much money for what they're offering. If I want a 2-player console to play ghetto old games, only 30 of them, and I have to pay $70 for it, like, no, man, these games are free on an emulator. Go F yourselves.
Well, I mean, and I get why they're doing it. They're trying to resell their old games since people can get them for free. They're like, oh, look, you can get them legally now. So stop downloading the ROMs.
Yep, but you cannot get majority of these titles anywhere else.
Yeah.
Legally.
Yeah.
QueueTimes does not endorse illegally purchasing old games.
Yeah, I mean, you can always go to like your old school, like game stores that still have NES like cartridges, and if you have your old
those
NES,
exist. Like some of the GameStops near me have some ghetto things.
Yeah, and then chat says probably it will be $200 to $400 by Christmas. Oh, fuck yeah!
Yeah, secondhand, definitely, definitely.
Calling it again. I'm pointing to left field, and I'm stepping up to the plate.
All right, Bambino, just don't get traded. All right.
Hey, have you seen my track record so far? I fucking called it on No Man's Sky. I fucking called it on so many games. I'm calling it again.
Like I said, you can call it whatever you want. Just don't fucking give us a curse.
All right, so I'm going to talk about Capcom and how they're trying to fix their mess, but I don't think they're doing it right. So for those of you that don't know, I think last week, maybe the week before, we talked about a Street Fighter V update that introduced a driver that allowed any application in your system to access kernel level permissions for your computer, which basically means that any application, if it took advantage of this driver, could basically do anything it wanted to your computer regardless of your permission.
So there is a logic there.
So in order for this to have been done, somebody would have had to have developed a hack that incorporated the use of that in a very short period of time. And I'm not sure if it happened or not, but it's still a very dangerous thing to have on your computer. So Capcom released a patch to remove that, but apparently you have to follow some instructions, and I don't think people are going to do this correctly, because while the gaming population is a more technically inclined population than the average population, there's still a large percentage of us that won't be able to accomplish these steps. So you have to close Street Fighter, keep the Steam client open. Street Fighter will update to the patch that has the correct files that you need to use to remove the shitty driver. They are located in C, Program Files 86, Steam Apps, Common, Street Fighter V Tools. They're called delete SFV driver _en.bat and _ja.bat, and those are just different languages. And then you right click on the delete SF driver _en.bat and you run it as administrator. If you don't run it as administrator, nothing's going to happen, but some people won't read that and they'll assume something happened. And then you follow the instructions. and then you have to restart your PC. 90% of people are going to run it and then not restart their PC because that's what everyone does when their computer tells them to restart it. They're just like, no, go fuck
I'll
yourself.
restart it later.
Yeah. And then once your PC is restarted, you have to delete the bat file. Or I'm sorry, you have to right click on the file again and run it as administrator over and over and over again, apparently, until it says capcom.sys or related registry doesn't exist, end the program. And then the bad things are gone. Those are the instructions on their Steam page. It sounds easy for most of you, I'm pretty sure. Because again, gamers, huge population of us are tech savvy people.
I mean, I can do that, but I don't want to put the effort into doing all of that.
Do you have Street Fighter 5?
Yeah, I have. We've played it.
Do that.
I uninstalled the game.
Oh. I don't know if that worked or not.
Me either.
That having been said, I don't have Street Fighter 5, so you can do whatever the fuck you want. It's not going to affect me at all. Follow these instructions. Just go here, read through the instructions, follow them very carefully. Make sure that shit gets off your computer because holy fuck, there's absolutely no reason to put yourself in that kind of danger. Yes, you could be fine, but I'll say this to you the same way I say it to every manager I've ever had in my entire life. Just because you can, or just because something hasn't happened, doesn't mean that you shouldn't protect yourself from it. That is not adequate logic. Go fuck yourself. You know who you are. Anyways, that's the Capcom thing. What's creepy or cool? I didn't see this in the
so
notes.
we talked about this I want to say almost a year ago when it was being kickstarted. It was being kickstarted in 2014. It is a game controller that actually connects into a vein into you, and when you die in game, it actually draws blood from you. So we don't die.
I don't remember talking about this at all.
Okay, so that's what it is. It was on Kickstarter, and then it got banned on Kickstarter for whatever fucking reason. I don't even remember why it got banned.
Because it slowly kills you? How about that?
No, it doesn't kill you. Anyways, so it's called Bloodsport, and they're actually going to have a event in Barcelona. And so it's actually a blood drive event where you go, you're going to play the game, and it's going to draw blood, and it's going to donate blood at the same time you're playing video games. So, yeah, I think it's an interesting way to get people, especially gamers, that aren't necessarily comfortable with giving blood, or people that are giving blood. This is just another way. You know what I mean? This is just cool. I think it's interesting. I don't usually give blood because I pass out when I give blood because I'm that much of a wuss. But I would absolutely give this a try because, one, you don't see the needle in you. It's actually a full-on arm like
a
wrap
thing.
And that was my main issue is because and the other thing is that it's keeping you distracted from you giving blood. You're actually playing the game and you're focusing on playing the game. So I like this. I think it's cool, but some people might, as chat saying, nope. Like,
well, but here's the question: couldn't it kill you if you constantly die? I have two separate responses to that. One, probably not. There are probably safety measures in place where like somebody has to manually input like what is the maximum amount of blood you can take from this body based on like the body weight or whatever. But two, what if here's my like worst case scenario. What if somebody wrote like a virus for these machines specifically that just like at the press of a button they could just have the pump go off and never stop, and then it just drained the person of all their blood while they're playing video games.
It's a lot of forms you got to sign for that.
That's why virus like a virus.
Okay. So I'm gonna take a step further back. I'm 99%. I'm like 80% sure that you can't just buy this and have it in your home.
Yeah. I think
so. These are going to be localized, like blood drives. You know what I mean? Like I don't think that you're going to have registered nurses going, hey, with this person's body weight and this is how much blood has been taken out. All right, we're gonna stop you. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think that you have to worry about it, and I don't think it's going to be such a popular thing that someone's going to even want to write a virus.
I'm just saying, registered nurses, because I give blood every con we go to that has a blood drive thing. So I've had nurses that can't find my veins. Like I've had
Mhm,
nurses that like go, oh, that's not it. Oh, that's not it. Oh, that's not it. So it's not a super far stretch for one of them to not notice that the machine is taking way too much blood. Especially because like, what if one of the nurses is kind of a nerd and they're looking at, you know, the gameplay and not really paying attention?
I'm sure with a long list of things is completely possible, but at the same time, I
Yeah.
think that a lot of those concerns or issues that you have with this could happen at a normal blood drive.
That's
So
true.
I think that it's probably equal to as
Now I have a dry
dangerous.
mouth for some reason. After talking about removing blood, it's giving me the cotton mouth. I don't like that. I don't
Are
have
you
any
sure your
water
vape
either.
isn't fucking weed?
No, it doesn't do. Shh.
Anyways, but yeah, as chat's saying, Sword Art Online.
Yep.
Just you play games, you got your VR helmet, and you know, you slowly die. Anyway, I think this is really interesting. Like I said, some people's gonna think it's creepy, and some people like myself thinks it's cool. If there's an event in LA, I'm going.
Oh, I'll go with you for
I'll take
sure.
my camera and I'll make it a whole thing. But
I'll go with you for sure.
yeah.
But I will say, I will bring a pair of scissors with me, and if I feel like the machine is losing control, I'm gonna cut the tube. That's going to happen. That is a thing.
All right. That's fine. I agree with that. And I think we're gonna end the show off on one last news piece. And
This is hardly a news piece.
it's not
just
news.
funny.
I saw it and I thought it was very interesting, and so I wanted to share it with you guys. So apparently, a user named Jess has a weird obsession with video game soda machines. So
Yeah.
he has gone through and started taking screenshots of every soda machine in every game. Of course, he hasn't reached that goal yet, but this right here, the link that we shared, is actually the process of him screenshotting all these. So there's 28 fucking pages so far of this. This is just blows my mind. But if you're playing a game and you find a soda machine, you can actually take your own screenshot and share it to him. And their name is Decaf Jedi, which I thought was a really cool name.
That's cute.
There you go. I just want to end it on something weird, something random, something cool. You guys determine whether or not you guys like it, but that's going to be it for us this week. Mostly Krug and myself. Adarok is going to just stand there and
My name is at Rock.
So my name is Indigo, guys, and if you guys want to get a hold of me, you can get a hold of me by emailing me at indigo@QueueTimes.com, or you can hit me up on Twitter at IndigoQT. If you want to get a hold of all three of us on Twitter, you can actually tweet us at _QueueTimes. Krug, where can people find you?
I'm at KrugQT on Twitter. You can also email me. My email address is krug@QueueTimes.com. And if you want to email all three of us, you can email QU. That is the letters QU@QueueTimes.com. Hey, Adrock, where can we find you? Oh, my name is Adrock Draws on Twitter. That's it. That's the only place you can find me because I don't check emails. I did Adrock's outro for him, so it didn't take 4 hours because he's a laggy piece of shit. Thanks for checking out the show. If you like the show, like the video that you're watching, or subscribe to the YouTube channel that you're watching it on, or maybe leave a comment on the podcast that you're listening to. I don't know what you're doing, so I can't really predict what to tell you. But if you leave a comment, let us know what you like, what you didn't like, so that we can, get better for you. And you can also let us know which one of us has the more attractive beard, me or Adrock or Indigo. You can't really see his facial hair, but it's there a little bit. He's got literally just a neck beard.
Hey, just wait until November. I'm gonna not shave the whole month.
Yeah, your fiance's gonna love that.
And it will look like this.
She's gonna love that. It's gonna be great. We will see you next time. Thank you very much for checking us out. We love your faces. I'm not Philip DeFranco. I'm sorry, Philip DeFranco. Please don't sue me. Mwah.